Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me for this video. I'm going to be doing some multiple choice questions for the students who are going to be receiving the exam January and also for future exam takers. So let's get right into it. So we have -3 all squared, subtract -2 all squared. And we have to basically simplify this. So what you do, guys, is you have to know that once a negative number is in a bracket being squared or to the third power, to the fourth power, you're going to multiply whatever's in the bracket by the amount of times you see the number up here. So in here we have 2. That means it's going to be -3 times a -3. Okay? Here, subtraction, I'm going to write it back. The same thing goes to -2 here. We see the 2 in the power or the index, or some say exponent. So this 2 tells you that whatever is in bracket, you multiply that 2 times. So it's a -2 times a -2. So if you wanted to, you could put them in bracket. If not, you could do it as I did before here. So it doesn't really matter. So -3 times a -3, we know the rule of integer that says a negative times a negative is a positive answer. So -3 is a positive 9. Subtract -2, you're basically multiplying these two. So 2 times 2 is 4. The same rule up here applies, so it's going to be a positive 4. So 9 subtract 4 will give us 5. So the answer for this one is 5. So guys, it's important that you know about exponents. You know about simplifying expression that involves exponent. All right. So whatever's in bracket, you do that first. The next question comes to us from ratio. It says a total of $540 are shared in the ratio of 4 to 5. The larger share is, so here we're basically asked to share 540 between let's say two persons in the ratio of 4 to 5. So we know that the larger number here is 5 and the smaller number here is 4. So the first thing you do, guys, is to find the total parts. So total parts is equal to these two ratios added. All right, so 4 plus 5 will give you 9. That's the total parts. So you have 2 ways of approaching, or 3 ways of approaching this, guys. I want to teach you the simplest one, which is the fractional method. So the fractional method basically allows you to write each of these parts, the first part and the second part, as a fraction of the whole. So we want the larger portion. Let me write both of them, show you. So the smaller, it will be 4 over 9, and the larger would be 5 over 9. So because they want the larger share, I'm going to be focusing on the 5 over 9. So what we do, guys, basically say 5 over 9 times the total amount that's supposed to be shared, which is going to be the 540. From here, it's basically simplifying the fractions. Yeah, so basically 9 to itself goes 1. 9 into 54 goes 6 times, because 6 9 is 54. So that's 6. So that means 9 would go into 540 60 times. All right. So what we do from here is basically multiply the numerator. So it's 5 times 60. And we'll have $60. So 5 times 6 is 30. Or 500. 5 times 6 is 30. So it's $300 the person will get if they get in the larger share. So $300 is the answer for that one. I hope you understand it. If you don't, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to do another question like that or go further in details. So this one, it says Marcel sold 60 candies in 5 days. Each day he sold 4 candies more than the previous day. So the number of candies sold on the 3rd day is. So basically, guys, if you can't see this by reading the scenario given, what you can do is to go the graphical method. So I'm going to put them in days. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. All right. So we know that this person sells some amount of candy. Let's say X amount of candy on day 1. It said each day he sold 4 more candies. So it means on day 2 he'll sell whatever he normally sell plus 4 more. Alright? On day 3 he will sell whatever he sold on day 2 plus 4 more. That means it's going to be X. So you're going to keep adding 4, guys. There's a concept behind this. They keep adding 4 as you go because he's selling 4 more each day. So adding 4 to the whatever was on the previous day. So it's going to be plus 4 here. So it's X plus 12. For the 5th day, X plus 16. So this is basically giving you day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Alright? I hope that part was clear. From here, guys, you said the number of candies he sold on day 3. So basically, we'll be using this scenario in the end. So remember, on the top part, we're going to be using. I just add the 4 to show you what I'm doing down here. So the 4 is not supposed to be in it. So this is what we're talking about. So yeah, guys. So on the 3rd day, to know. But in all, he sold 60 candies at the 5 days. So day 1 plus day 2 plus day 3 plus day 4 plus day 5 should give you 60 candies in all. Alright, so what you basically do is to add them. So x plus 4 plus x plus 8 plus x plus 12 plus x plus 16, and that should give you 60 in all. Okay, so from here let's simplify. So x, that's 5, so that's 5x. Let's go for the numbers. 4, 8, 12, and 16. So I know 8 and 12 would give me 20. 16 and 4 is also 20. So in all, that's going to be 40 is equal to 60. So from here, you're basically going to solve for the unknown variable, which is x. So let's go. So let's get rid of the 40 first by subtracting 40 from both sides, because 40 is adding here, so we always do the opposite operation. And if you don't know how to solve equation, guys, I have videos of this. You can go and check it out. They're very simple, and I try my best to always make it simple for you guys. So from here, I want to find the value of x, but it's been multiplied by 5. So we do the opposite operation by dividing by 5. If you divide by 5 on one side, you have to do it on the other side to balance the equation. Alright, so right here, that's simplified to give us 4. So x is equal to 4. So we want to know about day 3. Okay, so day 3 was x plus 8. So whatever x is, you replace it here. So it's 4 plus 8 to give us 12. So on day 3, this person sold 8 candies, and that's C. I hope it was clear. So if you know they wanted day 2 and day 4, you basically use this expression plus this one, and you replace x with 4, and you basically add them. So from this, guys, from the table I gave you up here, you should be able to answer any question they ask you from this. All right, remembering that at the end of the 5 days, the person sold 60 candies in all. So let's move on to the next question. Remember, guys, while I'm doing this, you're not picking up, you're not following, don't be afraid to leave a comment in the comment section. I always respond to you, so feel free to do that. The next question, guys, says a number 2,747 written to 3 significant figure is. One thing I always tell the students, guys, is that consider significant figures when you think and think about money. So if you had $2,747 and you want to write your money to 3 significant figures, we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, all these 4 digits here are significant. All right, so it says 3 sig fig. So what you do, you count from the front to the back, not that way, you count this way, so that way and not the opposite way. So what you do is to identify where the 3 would stop, which is between 4 and 7. If the 4th digit, which is the 7 here, let me write it down. So 2747. So if the 4th digit, guys, is 5 or more, you add 1. So it's like rounding up. So you add 1 to the 4. All right, then you're going to be dropping this. So it's going to be 275. But remember, you can't change the value of the number given. So because this number was given in the thousands, as in 2,747, when you're going to be writing it back in significant figures, you have to ensure you maintain the value of the numbers. So right here, we only have 275. So this is now in the hundreds, while this was in the thousands. So you have to ensure that you remain the value of the number given. So what we do, guys, is basically write a 0 here as a place value or placeholder, just to ensure that we are keeping the number in the thousands. So the answer will be 2,750, which is at D. Okay? So maybe wondering, why is it not 275? I wouldn't want to convert my $2,000 to 3 sig fig and get $275. I wouldn't bother to do it, guys. So always think about money, the concept of money when you're doing significant figures. And it always works out. Trust me. All right, so let's move to the next question. So the value of 5 plus, what number is that? 5 plus 2, this should be to the second power. I don't know why I have 3 there. 5 plus 2 to the second power divided by 5 square minus 4. All right, so what we do first, guys, is basically, if you do BOD mass, BID mass, PEMDAS, whatever the teachers teach you, you always do the bracket first, then you move on to the other operations. So right here, we have to simplify the bracket first. So 5 plus 2 is 7. And so 7 squared divided by, so here we have exponent. So 5 squared is 25 minus 4. So 7 squared, as I told you in the previous question, whatever number you see in the numerator, that's the amount of time you're going to multiply whatever is in bracket, or you would say the base. So it's going to be 7 times 7 all over. 25 minus 4 is 21. 7 7 is 49. So I'm coming down here. All over 21. It says simplest form. So that's still correct, but that's not in its simplest form. So its simplest form would be reducing this fraction. You have to know about factors and multiples. So right here, we need the concept of multiples. So we know that 49 and 21 are multiples of 7. All right? So that means if I divide the numerator by 7 and the denominator by 7, it should be simplified. So, and again, 7 here is the highest, is the lowest multiple so far that can go into these two numbers. I think so, yeah. 7, 7, 14, yeah. So 7 into 49 goes 7 times, and 721 goes 3 times. So the answer is 7 over 3, which is at B. And if you wanted to, guys, from here, you could simplify it as well. Let me show you. I'm going to bring a little arrow around here, if you can, we can see, yeah. So from here, 7 times 7 over 21. You could have said 7 into itself goes 1. 21, why is this paper moving, guys? 21 goes 3. So here you're left with 7 over 3. See? Because they're multiplying, so you know it goes to only have one term in the numerator, so it goes to the same denominator. So you could have done it from there. But some persons won't see this easily, but they will understand this part. So you have 2 ways you can get to the final answer here. Okay? So let's move to the next question. The table below shows the distribution of the ages of 25 children in a choir. Some say choir, some say choir. I don't know. So the age, so the table is given, guys. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it says, what is the probability that a child chosen at random is at least 13 years old? The key word here, guys, is probability. Random is also a keyword, but this part here, at least. So at least, and whatever number that comes after will tell you it's this number and above. Okay? So you have to know what these words mean. So at least, at most, less than, greater than, and those terms, you need to know what they mean mathematically, so you can apply it to these kind of questions. So it says probability, guys. Probability is basically the number of favorable outcome over the sample space. And in the beginning, they told us that 25 is 20 in the sample. If they did not give you 25 here, what you had to do was to add up 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3, and that should give you 25. Okay, or the total amount of children in this sample. So now the denominator is 25. All right, that's your sample space. That's the amount of persons you're choosing from. So it says at least 13. So we need 13 and above. Okay, so 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 should give you the children who are 13 years old and 13 years and older. So 5 plus 4, I can do the difference. So 4 plus 4 is 8, 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16. All right, so 16 out of 25 students are at least 13 years old, and the answer is at D. So guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you reaching this far in the video. If you have any questions, please leave it below. If you have any suggestions and videos that you want for the multiple choice that's coming up, and the paper 2 and the paper 3, feel free to let me know so I can prepare myself for those videos. And remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and keep your notification bell on so you can see my future uploads. I'll see you on the next video.